Silver Dragon here, coming at you with some more Dwarf Fortress. Going to be continuing where we last left off. Now, I've already basically kind of off stream here, and actually I missed one here. Let me do that quickly. I did designate basically the majority of this floor now, so that we could basically just kind of, move on to other things while they build this. So I used up a couple of hundred blocks, and I finished the majority of this. I still have to fill up a few holes, kind of like the one I just did right there. But the corners of these I still do have to fill, so I'll do that right now. But at the very least, I got the majority of these designated, so that we weren't gonna, sit here for 20 minutes while I build walls. Even though I still got a few more minutes of basically doing that now. Cancel that, cancel you, cancel this. Alright, beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and... What can we use for the corner? You know what, I'm just going to use the closest material. I don't even... I'm not even going to fight with it. I'm just going to randomly build the corners out of whatever they happen to grab. Hopefully they don't make them out of wood, because I might have to... Well, I won't have to remove them, but it would still be kind of annoying if they wasted my precious wood on that, but whatever. If they do, they do. I'm not going to fight with them about it right now. I'm just like, you know what, let's get this done quickly, so that we're not waiting all day designating out these lovely multicolored floors here with multicolored corners, per se. Okay. We might have some being made out of wood. We'll see. I honestly am at the point where I'm just like, whatever, I don't really care. If they make it out of wood, then so be it. The rest of it won't be. I've also designated up a couple of floor lines here up on this upper floor in order to kind of get this section started. But let's actually go ahead and get to work on this as well. It's weird. Oh, that would be why. Caps lock. Cursed caps lock. Causing problems. Alright. Pretty much the whole way. Yep. Oh, yes. That part we're not going to be able to quite reach here yet, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Excellent. And siltstone. This already kind of half extends here. Because I want to get this, completely... Well, yeah, the nobles' quarters completely designated out so that I can also get my throne room started. At the very least, I want to get my throne room built. Because I also need a room there for the honor guard. Which will eventually be arriving at the fortress here. Right. So I believe... Let me actually pull up the diagram here again quickly. But I believe... Yep, it's only 2 rooms around. Excuse me. For the nobles' quarters. So this is going to be the extent of the nobles' quarters. And everything beyond this is... Welcome, Nakayaki. Or Nakayuki? Yeah, my bad. I probably am butchering it one way or the other, but welcome nonetheless. Alright. So 3 there, 3 here. Siltstone blocks. Siltstone blocks. No access right now. Hey, Rodmu, welcome. And then finally, we'll stretch it up to here, and I'll fill in that other one when I get the chance. Now, let's see here. We have an open space right here. We got a good floor there, so... Looks like I'm going to have to fill this in somewhat individually. Or actually... No, I don't want to waste blocks. This thing's already kind of, you know, crazy enough as is. I don't want to have to, re-floor in something that's technically already floored. There we go. And then when we get the chance, I'll put another wall in the corner here, and we're basically done there. This has also been extended out. So at this point, let me pull up my diagram here. And also looks like my dining hall is going to be slightly off here because this was not supposed to kind of exist this close. So that's going to affect things to a point. Good luck with your adventures. I'll be working and watching. Oh, well, don't work too hard. So what I'm going to have to do now... This is still the entrance. Okay, so this will still function. It's just everything that I currently have is going to be shifted over slightly. Essentially. And this just keeps going. So let's go ahead and keep going with this. So BNL. Two, three. Double whoops. Okay, go back up here. So again, one room here. So 1, 2, 3. So 4, and then 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright. And then we'll stretch all of the floors to the same length. This is kind of ironic for this one because it's actually stretching down the entire corridor, which is perfect. Okay, same thing here. Here. Technically, I could save. And actually, I might even do that. Let's save this block right here because there's going to be a wall there. It's at one point, and I should actually probably start designating that wall out too. Nope, this one's gonna have to actually be a floor. Oh yeah, we don't have access to that right now, obviously, duh. But yeah, let's go ahead and start up on the actual, like, wall section here now. Oh yeah, so I need to, let me actually go to each corner here quickly. It doesn't really matter what I make this out of for the most part, although I really don't want to make it out of wood. I guess siltstone blocks is the only thing I have left. I don't have this corner built yet. Same thing for that corner, so I can't designate that out yet. Okay, let's go ahead and get this wall stretched out. Silk, apparently. Then we still have to get the intersection done, but for now... That'll be good. Okay, let's go up a tile, apparently. Up a floor. And, let's see here. So... Yeah, that extends there, plus 3, so... So 4. And then... Right there. And there's still gonna be one more room after that. Hey, thank you for the follow there, mate. Oh, so the scout. Oh, sorry, follow. Thank you for the sub there, Burkoblade. Apologies. Apparently I can't. Apparently my eyes aren't working today. I don't know. Oh my god. What am I on this morning? I don't know anymore. But thank you regardless, mate. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh wait, I should have extended that further, shouldn't I? Let me cancel that. So, build floor. How far is it extending? So, this is going to be the entrance, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. And then I'll do another one so that he can build the walls. There we go. So this is, generally speaking, this is how far that the entire thing is going to extend. So that'll be the top floor. And obviously this one's off because this should be 2 more tiles to the left. And unfortunately it's not. I suppose I could always move the entire thing 2 tiles to the left, but that's going to be way more work than it's actually worth, so yes. Been a while since I've seen your stream. You like it to Steam DF? I love it, honestly. I still have a few, like, minor gripes about one thing or the other, but overall, it's like, it's a good experience. Like, I don't have any major complaints left at this point. It's all kind of like minor things in relation to kind of like, I really can't wait for Dwarf Therapist to be updated, because although I do like the way that, this system kind of works and the labor system works, it's a major, like, step up from the original kind of version of how you would manage dwarves, but it's still one step back from the just detailed level of control that Dwarf Therapist gives you. So I'm really hoping to see that, sometime soon. Same thing for DF Hack. There's a lot of features from DF Hack that I would love to see in. But that's obviously going to still be a while before that actually gets kind of, sorted, per se, and is ready to go. Oh, that's weird. That's probably because I wasn't at the top here. Yeah, that'd be why. But yeah. But overall, it is definitely a major improvement, and I've enjoyed the hell out of it. Honestly, I would have even invested more hours into this than I already have if I simply had the time. Because I generally, have a lot of other things that I have to do throughout the day, so I don't necessarily have as much of the, as much free time to invest in it as I would like. I've only put in, like, let me double check here. Since it released, I've put in about 44 hours, which is not bad, not great, but, after that first, like, 9-hour stream that I did, I've been consistently going at it, like, at least 2 to 3 hours every single day, so... Or I should say every single weekday. So, yeah, I definitely wish I could put a lot more into it, but, that'll have to wait. At least the good thing is that after next week, for the entirety of like the the first week of January, I have off. So I am fully intending to spend a lot of time streaming both this and potentially something else. We'll see what happens. So can I actually? Yeah, that's fine. For a second, I was like, wait, is that wrong? But no, it's fine. Right now, I'm kind of considering, like, once this fortress is done, because this was a hell of a project to do, especially considering that when the game first launched, one of the major limitations it had was that this whole thing right here, where I could add everything or just, like, remove everything, didn't exist. So if I placed 100 blocks, I had to click 100 times to get all those blocks placed. And that was basically how this fort started, was me, click, 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 building hundreds and hundreds of blocks. So, I'm very, very, very glad that they actually got that feature in, like, quick. Because that was a massive pain in the butt. Okay, this can actually extend almost as far as it can go. Because this is going to be the main corridor that takes us into the throne room. So, yeah. honestly, they've been making, like, even, like, classic mode is in now. So if I hit escape, go to settings, and hit this, boom, we're back to ASCII. So even classic mode has already been added. So I could probably see that adventure mode would also not be that far behind. Although it looks absolutely terrible in classic mode. But, you know, if you really wanted to, you know, have your eyes bleed, then you could always switch over to that. For all of the, you know, purists, per se. But yeah, I mean, I actually, I love it. I think it was definitely worth the money, and I would pay him another $30 to, you know. Been watching Quill play this, and he was stating that he's waiting for DF Therapist as well. It's like, the system that exists now works. It's not perfect, but it's, you know, it's playable, I would say. It's definitely not, it's like one of those things where it's like the number one feature that I honestly think that this whole system here is missing is the ability to sort your dwarves by a variety of different things. You know, you could, like, for example, if I go to miners, it's sorting them by essentially who has the highest mining skill. You know, I don't really have an option here of, well, actually, can I sort them by name? Can I sort them by migration wave? Can I sort them by this? Can I sort them by that? You know, there's just, that option doesn't exist. Whatever migrants you have come in, the only way you can basically tell they're a migrant is if you scroll down to the bottom and you're like, oh, these guys don't have any jobs assigned. Because, to begin with, all dwarves will have all jobs assigned unless you're telling them, unless you know, select a job and say, hey, only the selected people can do this job, which would be mining. So only the people that I have selected to mine can mine. Nobody else can take that job, even if they have nothing like selected in their skill tree here. I can also lock the dwarf to very specifically saying, hey, you're a miner, and that is all you do. This is literally the entirety of your job is only mining, because that is the only thing assigned to you. So it's works, and it's actually like 10 times more efficient than the old classic version where you had to go to the character, go to the, you know, a specific section under their status, and then go into it, and then enable and disable skills from there. And you didn't even know what their skill levels were. For that, you'd have to go back and go to their description and go scroll down to figure out, you know, what they're good at. And it was just, like, the default Dwarf Fortress way to assign tasks was a massive pain in the ass. Like, I'm glad that I never played Dwarf Fortress before Dwarf Therapist was available. Like, I started playing Dwarf Fortress back when they released the evil biome update, when vampires and werewolves started, you know, invading your fortresses. That's essentially when I started, and even back then, Dwarf Therapist was still a thing. A DF without Dwarf Therapist is just, Jesus, exactly, Nuka Citrus. It is just, like, you can do it, but it's just so tedious that you would waste so much time, like, screwing around in menus and more menus, and I don't even want to think of that. No, thank you. Okay. Whoops. Alright. Let's get this kind of set up here. Finish this off. Whoops. And boom shakalaka. Done. I remember you doing a necromancer run. Oh yeah. Was that a run on a necromancer tower? Or when I actually played as the necromancers as a race? Because those were two very different streams. But yeah, I definitely would, like, the number one thing I want to see get added, other than, of course, DF Hack and Therapist, which goes without saying, is I want to see Masterwork get ported over. Whether that's, you know, them coming out with a new updated version, or whatever the case might be, I really, really, really want to see Masterwork get brought back in. So bad, because I absolutely adored Masterwork. How deep have I dug? Pretty deep. I'm all the way down to the lava lair, And we found adamantine, but it's unfortunately very difficult to acquire, because an interesting thing is, this wasn't like the update. The Steam version was not just a tile set update and a tweak to a couple of different things. Like, there were massive sweeping changes that were put in to the Steam version. Like, huge changes. I think it was where you built the Necromancer Tower. Oh yeah, so that would be when I sent a group of combat dwarves to invade the Necromancer Tower and then took it over and turned it into a fort. Yeah, that was good times. But yeah, one of the interesting changes was that, generally speaking, once you find the lava lake, you basically know like the entire perimeter of the lava. You never really, you know exactly when you're going to breach into it. There's not really a surprise there, but an interesting thing that I found was that even beyond that, there's still like little, pockets of lava hidden away in the walls. So if you're not careful, you can breach into it and just roast your dwarves. So you really got to be very careful there. As you can kind of tell by this like just random pocket of lava everywhere here. I actually still need to try and get around this if I can. Let's actually try going this way. Try to get down towards this. And let's just wipe these out as just a dig notification. Because we haven't found the happy fun zone yet. We have not found that. And I would eventually like to, once the fortress is complete and everything else is done and I got my dwarves, I would like to breach the happy fun zone. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, there's been like even the distribution of like ores on the map have been like greatly changed. Like, you're not going to embark on an area and find like maybe one or two different ores, and that's all you're going to find down there, and that's all you have for your entire fortress is like, maybe all your fortress has is copper. Or maybe it might have iron, but you don't have any flux stones, so you can't make steel, and so on and so forth. Or you might even get like the one I had, where all I had was like silver and lead. Which works, but, it's not the greatest in the world, but still, it works. So, but with this, there's so many different like veins of ore scattered like everywhere. I've got iron, copper, gold, silver, platinum, all of that scattered around the different layers of here. So the distribution of ores has also been massively changed. Of course, the aquifers being literally everywhere is both a good thing and an annoying thing. Because yes, that's kind of, realistic-ish to a point. But it's annoying as hell, but it's realistic-ish. In the sense that, water will keep going until it runs into something. Yeah, let me go multi here. Done. Did that do it? It did not. Oh, I see. Because it's not currently enclosed, so it didn't count, basically. So screw it, I'll just do this individually, which is fine. Alright, let's go ahead and go build doors. We'll use the closest material. I honestly don't care which doors you use. Just go ahead and slap them down here. Thank you very much. Let me take a look at my slabs and see if we have any more. Whoops, I did not want to do that. Furniture, slabs, select material. Do we have any more carved slabs? Damn it. Misclicked again. That's honestly the only, one of the, and I've already mentioned this a billion times, but, since I don't think you've been around for that, I'll repeat once again. But one of the only changes that I really do want to see, still get added in sometime soon in a patch is essentially, for example, if I'm building a wall, so BNL. So if I'm building a wall and I'm I want to connect this wall down and extend it, and I go, oh no, I've misclicked. Problem is, if I right click, it completely clears it off and I have to once again BNL. So I have to once again go back and redo it and move up and then do it again properly. Right click when you're designating stuff should only take you back one step to to be able to redesignate stuff again. Not immediately kick you out of the menu and you're like, oh great, now I gotta start over again. So that's the one thing I would really like to see, get added in the, soon future. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I digress. What are you doing out here? Oh, that's a dwarven baby. Dwarven, I like how, this is a dwarven baby right here. That right there is a dwarven baby. They come out fully grown. Well, I know one thing that they are actually adding as well at some point is, proper sprites for kids. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Oh, how's our power plant doing? Oh, it's basically dry. Right, let's go ahead and get our power plant reflooded. So we'll pull the power plant floodgates. I'm going to go ahead and actually hit play now, finally. Someone's already on the way. So that's going to cause these to open up, reflood the power plant, and then it should re-engage the wheels. And there they go, turning away. I'll let some more water keep flooding in there quickly, and then we'll shut that. Okay, that's good. Please pull that lever again. Thank you. We'll close off the floodgates, and then I'll open up the main floodgate, which will instantly fill this up here again. Man, we've lost a lot of dwarves to that. We really have. It's kind of sad. Okay. It's funny how quick that was. Like, he flipped it twice, and it's still kind of... Let's see. Huh, that's weird. This looked like he was supposed to flip it twice, but anyway. They're sparring, that's good. Reverted to a wild state, fighting. Cheese was completed. Have they still not pulled that lever? Huh. It's weird. There we go. Now it's closed off. I was like, why are you not closing? I've ordered you to be closed like twice now. Okay, how are we doing here for the water levels? Pretty good up top. Not so much for the bottom. But that'll do just fine. That will do just fine. How are we doing in the tavern here? Looking good. People are still fishing up a ridiculous amount of fish. Oh, looks like they're switching over to become stone cutters and such, which means they're gonna work their way down to the gym down here shortly and start pumping away. Here he comes. How are you right now? Absolutely inexhaustible, very agile, tough, and quick to heal. But his strength hasn't increased yet. So I'm kind of like, why is your strength not going up? But whatever. And also another kind of minor issue is that for whatever reason, unless there's a view for that somewhere that I'm just not seeing, maybe. No, that's not going to be it either. No, they're not gonna... Okay. But anyway, basically, with regular Dwarf Fortress, you have an option when placing a trade depot. If not placing a trade depot, it should be under something like this, but it's not as far as I know. Where you essentially can see if caravans can make it to your trade depot or not. Unfortunately, that does not appear to be in right now, so you can't really tell. Like, I thought this was wide enough to let caravans into here, but apparently it's not. So, shrug. Ah, yes, Yogs. Basically unbreakable, very agile, very strong, slong apparently, and slow to tire. So yes, they're all coming down to the gym to work out on the old pump stacks and get their strength up to ridiculous levels. So now they have to, and here was our, like, I tried to build a minecart system that went down, like, the regular way into the smelting area, but I found that it just wasn't working. So I built this little, you know, 3-tiled ×4 minecart system where essentially they fill up the minecart, they push the minecart forward to the end, and then dumps immediately into the pit, which goes all the way down. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and follow one. We'll go down. We'll follow one here once they fill it up here. Let's see. There's only one in there. For some reason, they don't want to fill this one. Do I not have? Yeah, they just don't want to fill that one for some reason. Okay, this one seems to be full, so let's take a look at it. Okay, let's follow this galena. There we go. So somebody's going to come and push the cart now, and there we go. Down the hole and into this one little pile here. So this one little pile here has basically a ridiculous amount of ore. So it's essentially our quantum stockpile right here. Yep, the minecart windmill of friendship, indeed. And welcome, Adonger. So yeah, every single time one of those gets filled, that gets pushed to the end and then dumped right down the hole. Honestly, I think this is probably one of the most efficient setups to drop ore down to the lower level. Because if they have to haul it down, even downstairs, it takes forever. But this is just, like, quick. Because they can immediately take from the stockpile in here, fill up a cart with 5, and then a quick little push and dump. Done. I might even be able to, like, push this forward one more, have 2 stops right next to each other, and it would literally be just a quick, like, push dump, and then back, and then push dump, and then back. So I didn't even have to necessarily make it 3 tiles, but, you know. At least I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to test that, but I'm definitely going to make use of that, like, next time around. Bone bolts is done. They ended a mandate. I'm not sure where you were trying to go with that, so I'm not going to be able to fix that per se. Okay, we'll build that quickly. Excellent. Alright. So the majority of this is all coming together now. Once they get most of this kind of actually put in place, then I'll be able to fill in the rest. That's inactive. That's suspended. Let's resume that. Make sure that they're not gonna... Okay. Beautiful. Alright, they'll work at it eventually. And then once this last main kind of floor is done, then at that point the upper floor is going to be relatively quick. Like getting all of this finished up should be relatively quick, because then all of these blocks will count towards the floor, thus saving me a lot of resources and time to build it. Alright, let's go all the way down here. How are we doing here? Let's see here. I don't want to make coke from coal. Let's have you make rose gold. And sterling silver. And that should be good for you. Now the fun one is, why can I not make... Oh, because it does need refined. Okay. So we're just going to have this one make a whole bunch of coal. And I'm actually going to... Let's create another stockpile right here. And this is just going to be for, like... a lot of the basic bars and blocks. Let's go custom, coal, metal. We want bars actually. Iron and pig iron. And finally, steel. And actually, I will extend that even further. I'll extend that all the way to here. Let's go ahead and... So, from there, and then finally right here. And then likewise, we'll put a space in, so we want one there. Space, we want one here. And then, well, I don't think we have enough anvils to fill up all this, but whatever. Or you know what, yeah, that being the case, let's cancel those two for now. I'll just get this one done. That way we can get 3 blacksmiths going. Now, what am I being pinged about here? Let's see. You can manage your channel directly from your phone. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you ever so much. Right, let's let them get down here and get this built. Hopefully they build the rest of these here soon, since construction is still inactive on that, which is fine. And let's also get... What could my... Ooh, I see. Can you go around this way? If not, what I'm going to try to do is this. So let me have multiple kind of work on this. Oh god, I see. Yep. And we'll try to reach that from here. It's really hard to tell what... like where the adamantine is though. Semi-molten rock, diorite. We might only even be able to mine like a very, very small portion of adamantine until we like instantly run into the super happy fun zone. But we'll see how that goes. More native gold. A bunch of our animals died of starvation because they never made it to where I told them to go fast enough. Yes, good old magma sea. Always a fun time, yep. I am trying to avoid getting my dwarves killed in the magma sea here if at all possible. Oops, let's cancel that. So I don't want them to die. A large shale pot, very nice. And actually, one thing as well. Why are we not making lavish meals, damn it? Give me some lavish meals. Okay, I'll do that one first. Then this kitchen. I like how the kitchen changes color though, depending on the material you use. It does look really good. Designing my own fort above the magma fort in my own game. We caught some sneaky gobos earlier. Might give them the honor of being the first to be thrown into the brand new magma chute. Do it. Sacrifice them to the glory of the mountain. It would be interesting too, because goblins and, well, like... yeah, goblins in kobold fortresses can, you know, sometimes steal your children and run away with them to their fortress. It's like, why not do the same? Why not be able to send your own dwarves to go capture some goblins and then, you know, sacrifice them to the mighty volcano? Making sure they can't grab onto anything and climbing up. Well, I mean, you can easily set it up in such a way so that you are on top of like a mountain that nothing can access. From the exception of like a bridge setup that you got going. I've done that before, and it's actually quite fun. Creating kind of a 4-wide ramp that leads up onto the like extra long bridge that you can pull up at any time. I actually remember setting it up in such a way that I had like a long bridge that retracted, so that anything that climbed up would just fall right down again, and had a secondary bridge that could raise up and seal it off. He has imposed a ban on certain goods, and Nuka Citrus, you fabulous fellow, have requested probably bolts. No, exporter bracelets. I guess you didn't actually request anything? Weird, but okay. Alright. Whatever, that works. I'm going to... Let's see here. Excellent. And actually, marble as well. Custom. So this one right here. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's do it like this. Custom. Stone, specifically. Only those 2 items. Okay. Now, delete route 8. New route. Okay. Take from this stockpile. Done. I want you to take coal and marble specifically. Alright. When you are full, push south immediately. And when you are empty, push back north immediately. Done. Oh yes, and assign that minecart to it, which is already there. But hey, they might have to pick it up and drop it back on the cart again. We'll see. And actually, one thing that I do want to do, which I'm not sure if I... It's actually really nice right here. Let's see. Okay, build, construction, bridge. Go. Where do I want to put this lever? We'll put it up top here. Lever, we'll put that one right here. Hopefully somebody will build it relatively quickly. So we're going to open up that layer. I'm actually going to try building a trade depot in the cave so that potentially, because we do have the aquatic people that live down in the caves. So part of me is like, I wonder if I could actually trade with them or some of the other races there if I were to build a trade depot down there. So we'll see what happens. And then, of course, build trap. We'll build a couple of cage traps here to make sure that if anything does try to sneak in here, that they're not going to succeed relatively easily. So we'll get our guys to collect all the trees down here. We will clear out all of the fungal woods and whatever. Basically all of the plants here we'll collect. And we'll see how that goes. Forgotten Beast is still fighting down below. He can't make any of the materials right now, unfortunately, which is whatever. Alright. Got some coal right there. There's some hematite. Let's go ahead and have them auto-mine this. The hematite especially. Siltstone, tetrahedrite. Cinnabar, no. Yeah, no, we'll go down. We'll go down the layers instead of going up. Actually, one thing that I still do need is more marble. Let's go ahead and have them mine out some more of that. Because I need me some good flux stone for my steel production. Excellent. I actually have this little pile right here too. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Well, it looks like we might run into some other materials there shortly anyway, so whatever. Either way. How are we doing here? Okay, build. Workshops, furnaces. And actually, I'm going to build a... oh, wrong furnace. Let's go ahead and build a magma glass kiln here, too. Because why the heck not? And a magma kiln, too. As for the other two, we're going to go with the good old magma smelter. Build workshops. I need a magma forge. Thank you very much. We do not have a magma safe anvil right now, so... furniture, iron. Nope, not in here, so it's under... again, right click should go back one, not all the way. One iron anvil, please. Thank you very much. Likewise, I hope they get those built. How are we doing up top here? Oh, yawn. Jeez. I've not had nearly enough coffee today. Okay. Those are at least active in their construction. It's just they have so much to work with right now that they're like, we can't keep up. Essentially. Alright. Let's get this kind of designated out too. Oops. Nope. Nice try. Well, I probably could have left the corners in on that, but yeah. No, now I've really got that messed up. There we go. That's better. I'm like, what am I doing here? It's like, how many times have I done this now? How many of these have I built? Yet I keep messing it up slightly. Gonna also have to have them mine out some more siltstone at this rate. I'm still waiting for any like major attack or something on us. There really hasn't been like anything really. We haven't gotten invaded by goblins. We haven't gotten any dragons showing up to say hello. It's like, what the hell? It's not like we haven't produced a lot of valuable items. Our fortress value is through the roof, but it's still like, where is everybody? Did we spawn into a... I mean, I know for a fact we haven't spawned into a world without goblins, because I've seen them nearby. They just don't seem to want to come here and attack. So I guess I'm going to have to send out my own dwarves eventually to kind of get them to engage in some conflict, per se. And done. Okay. Actually, we can do this even. Because there is no floor underneath them or anything we have to worry about, worry getting destroyed because of that. Okay. Swill, apparently. Alright, let's get that one temporary floor here. How are we looking down here? Still not quite there. Alright. Oh yeah, they did make the corners out of wood like I was afraid they would. Whatever, I don't care anymore. I'm gonna let them have their wood corners. I'm not gonna bother trying to fix that at this point. I'm just like, whatever. Now, let's go take a look here. Oh yes, there was one thing I did forget to do, which I should probably do right now. Have I? I have not. Okay, good. So this one is going to be a dormitory here. And I'm just going to throw a bunch of beds in there, so that'll be good enough for now. Just so that the guys who don't have a room right now can actually get some sleep properly rather than falling asleep just randomly on the floor. Which is 90% why most of the dwarves are kind of upset right now. Is just because they don't really have a place to properly sleep. So I'm just going to fill this with beds. And actually, to make them happy even though they're sleeping in a dormitory, I am going to get this sucker engraved. There we go. I will have to tweak it later, though, because I'm not going to leave all those beds in there, but still. Alright, let's also go doors, door, use the closest material. Oh, we're out of doors. Make 100. Actually, we already have another one making rock doors, so I'm just gonna set that to 100. Actually, there was another one there as well. And we already have them set up to make a whole bunch of doors as well, too. But rock cabinets. Oh, it's probably because it's just whatever. Once I start building them, it'll be fine. But I'm going to tell it to make make 100 of them once we start working on it. Right, let's go down and see how things... What are we doing here? He's imposed a ban on exports. Of course he has. Bolts and bracelets, apparently. Alright. Create a new squad. Let's see, do we have our militia captain? Captain of the guard. Yeah, we'll create a new militia captain here. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll have them. We'll see if they can actually do that. Ar Ursa. Okay. Now let's actually see if... You know what? Let's have Yogs do that. So I'm going to replace Yogs in the main squad, and he's going to lead the new squad. And hopefully wield that weapon. Yeah, I don't see anybody with a relevant skill, so guess what? The Weaver is getting chucked in there. Alright, where are you at? Can I... Apparently I can't. Yeah, no. There you go. Alright. And I'll even give you one of the nobles' quarters here. If I have one that hasn't been assigned yet, I do not. In that case, I'll create a new one here just for you. Okay, build furniture. I'm assuming that we can't actually build anything because it's not floored in, which is exactly what the issue is here. Damn it, I don't want to use the closest material. find it hilarious that it's telling me that a lot of the, like this stuff, this is nowhere near here. And yet it's somehow, you know, unavailable. It's like, what? Build, furniture, bed. Well, we can't build the bed yet, so... Chair. I see. And actually, I almost forgot. There we go. Because I also got to put, and let me go ahead and designate that right now, actually. So, dining hall will be like so. Accept. And the office will be like so. Accept. And that should be perfect once we actually get the ability to put that in there. For now, furniture. Let's go cabinet. Let's go chest. Armor stand. Weapon rack. Actually, you know what? Let's put them right here. Excellent. Alright, good enough. Good enough. So we'll let them get to work on that. Almost looks like they have a cape on, but they don't. It's just the altar behind them. It's Count Vladimir, yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this stretched out here. Yeah, we're basically out of siltstone blocks at this point. Let's head down to the mines and start designating out some more siltstone for them to process. Which will be right here. Well, just resize the whole thing. Okay, I think I fixed that. Alright. Perfect. Equipment. Details. Never mind, I guess I can't assign that to you, so we'll have to wait. Oh well. Forgotten Beast is fighting a Reacher down there, which is fine. How are we doing here? We should have actually gotten that built now, so let's go Magma Forge. Yep, Iron Anvil is done. Beautiful. Bauxite block. Good enough. Alright, the rest of this still needs to actually be bloody built. But it might take them an age and a half to do that because they like to be slow. Unfortunately. Luckily, we do have... Looks like we have a couple... It's hard to tell because it's a giant block here at this point. There we go. So we do have some marble here, I can tell by looking at the top there. But the main thing, yeah, we do have some coal as well. So we have a couple of marble and a couple of coal. And how are we doing here with the actual storing of that? So we got one little bit of marble there. I don't see any coal currently, but that is what it is. I see this is somewhat flooded now. Auto mine. Let's get all of that coal auto mined. Where else can I find some coal? Cinnabar. Let's see what we have here. Limonite. Rock salt. Bunch of granite. Nothing blowing my mind here, just granite. Got some nice. There's a little bit of tetrahedrite there, but I don't care for that as much. Cobalt. Diorite. Little green zircons. Oh god. A bronze colossus has come. A gigantic magic statue made of bronze and bent on mayhem. Irini Fekasiliwa. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last bit. A bronze colossus. All dwarves to the forefront. It's coming up this way. All dwarves gather. All dwarves gather. Prepare for war. As we catch him in one of our cage traps. Oh my god! Oh my god, we actually did it! Oh my god, we actually caught him! I think he might have gotten like shoved by the wave into the cage trap. That's so hilarious. Wow, we got our own bronze colossus, everybody, who's actually made of iron. That's hilarious. Never mind. You guys go back to your duties. You're all... Oh fuck, did I... Oh my god, did I seriously just delete all the squads? Yes, I did. I just deleted all the fucking squads like an idiot. God damn it. That was the stupidest frickin' thing I've done. The fact that there's a single button you can press, and I actually hate that this is a thing. The fact that there's a single button you can press that completely fucks you over and deletes all your squads with no confirmation whatsoever is stupid. That should not exist. There needs to be some kind of confirmation. God, that pisses me off. That actually pisses me off. What can you do, though? But damn, I'm kind of angry about that. Alright, let's get this Marksdorf squad at least filled up here now. But man, I'm so pissed off about that. That should not have happened. At the same time, I'm very happy that we fucking managed to catch a bronze colossus. But I'm just annoyed as hell that what happened there. Novice fighter. Master Spear Dwarf. It's also annoying that it shoots me back up when I'm assigning dwarves. It's like, no, just keep me down where I was, because I'm still going through assigning people. Don't just kick me back up to the top. Novice fighter. Competent swords dwarf. Can I tame him? No. But I can make use of him in a lot of ways. Adept mace dwarf. Proficient spear dwarf. Competent axe dwarf. Yeah, no, I'm reclaiming you for these guys. And finally, well, not finally, but novice spear dwarf. I'll get you in there too. Okay. As for this squad now, we're gonna have to start you off at the bottom of the barrel here. Peasant. Let's go with the potash maker. And finally, we will do... let's go with the Gelder. So all of these random people are being equipped or brought into this squad. So basically with the Bronze Colossus, what I could do is I can hook his cage up in a room. So basically I could create like a secondary entrance into the fort that goes like say down here. Have a little corridor. Let me see what the heck. Oh yeah, because I have it set to all. So I can have a little corridor filled with cage traps that leads to like a main kind of entryway sealed off by a bridge, and then have a large room with one kind of like entrance that leads up into the surface. For some reason, I see, like that basically. And actually, I could even just designate a ramp here for now, just to kind of... Let's see. So yeah, and then I let invaders come in, get into the room, and then I seal both sides. And then I release the Colossus, and the Colossus will fight them. I then open up the inner gate and allow it to basically get caught again. And I can also potentially use like a waterfall as well to kind of push it into the trap. Or I should say, what I could do is, to make sure that the Colossus gets caught, I could have the cage traps one floor below, and have water kind of gush in, like seal it in this like corridor, have water gush in from the side, to then shove him down into the trap. That is true. But I've done it, it's not like it's impossible, because I've done it before. I see. Huh. Anyway. So now what I actually do have to do is schedule. Of course, the problem being, in order to do this properly, I'd also... Oh my god, again, I wish I had the therapist so much. Sigh. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, no, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to have them train all the time. Go. Excellent. All right, good. So they'll go ahead and train that. But yeah, no, I have done that before where I've had that similar system set up where I managed to trap something crazy and then I made it in such a way that I was able to recapture it again, even if it. Because usually the thing is, with a lot of creatures like Colossi or something similar to that, they usually will not just get caught in a cage trap. They have to dodge into the cage trap in order to be caught by it. So I think again the water spray here shoved him in, which is why he got caught. $295 old. All the tears hunting the haunting the fortress. Dear Lord, I cannot English today. Okay, I'm gonna take a look here quickly. I'm gonna make a magma moat. I could make a magma moat, but honestly, any more fluids kind of moving around right now would probably cause this fortress to die because it's already, laggy enough as is. I don't want to kind of aggravate that any further. Right, let me double check something here quickly. Let me see. Bronze Colossus. No pain. Building Destroyer 2. Okay. Destroys buildings. Tosses the defender, so it is a building destroyer. They are immune to all traps, so you cannot capture them in a cage and feature them in your zoo. When fighting a bronze colossus, any broken limb will break off, making blunt weapons such as warhammers and maces significantly more effective than slashing or piercing weapons. You know what we're gonna do? I know exactly what we're gonna do. Let's see. Building destroyers. They will actively seek out furnishings, workshops, and other buildings and topple or destroy them. Uncompleted constructions are vulnerable. Completed ones are not. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to disassemble the bridge here. So this bronze colossus is going to become a permanent fixture of our shooting range. So that's what I'm going to do with this bronze colossus. So once I get the colossus in here, essentially all I have to do is link it to a lever, wall off the whole area completely, and then I can release it and our archers can just fire on it, no problem. And they will keep firing on it until they use up their ammo, and then we're basically good to go. So build, cages, cage, specific cage. Bronze Colossus cage. So we're temporarily going to build a lever right here. Speaking of which, this one was created. I see that never got finished, so they can't link it yet. But yes, I do like the fact that... Well, you actually... Yeah, you did. You just took your sweet time about it. So build, construction, wall. Go ahead and build that single tile wall there. Then once the lever gets built, we'll link it to the trap. And we'll be good to go. It's always nice. The Defended Guild and Engineer Guild has been established. Okay, they're immediately going to need a guild hall here soon. So, let's... Let's go ahead and have this get engraved. That'll be enough to instantly make it into a hall. Or a proper hall, I should say, likewise. Which hall was it? It was the Engineers Guild, okay. Meeting room, so this one as well, same thing. Except new guild hall, Engineers Guild Hall. Let's see. Engineer Hall, there we go. Wasting a couple of blocks doing this, but I don't care. Because I need this built now. Done. Build doors, door, don't care what type. Also start flooring this in. Oh, damn it. Unless I want that whole floor made out of wood, which I definitely don't. Beautiful. Resume. Already in the works. Okay, let's scroll down to the... Here we go. Build, furniture, slab. There we go. Oh, boy. Oh, my stretch. How are we doing here? Waiting for construction, so somebody still needs to haul that cage over here. Has anybody actually gone and grabbed it yet? Yes, somebody has. Looks like a dwarven child is currently carrying a colossus. For somebody who's very weak, you are literally carrying an entire colossus on you right now. Alright. I hope somebody comes and builds this quick, because we really do need that going. And considering that we have an engineers guild, there's no reason that there shouldn't be an engineer around to build that. There we go. Good enough. Hauling strange things. My doctor Dwarf was stripping a patient's ripped clothes, brought it to his cabinet in his room, proceeds to stitch them up. I'm assuming it was to cover his medical fee. Oh god, that's hilarious. You couldn't pay the fee, so I'm taking your clothes. Oh my god. That is too funny. It's like, what the hell is he doing? Basically. Needs crutch. Okay. Yes, make an adamantine splint. And of each, please. Get them done. Yeah, dwarves be very hilarious like that. So that child should still be coming here. Let's go ahead and follow you. Masterpiece pot. As he slowly hauls that cage. I kind of wonder if this is increasing his strength at all. Novice musician and a novice singer. Poetic form, musical forms, and a composition. Very good creativity, natural ability with music, natural inclination towards language, and a good kinetic sense. Very little patience. Occasionally overindulges. Isn't particularly curious about the world, which is funny because inclination towards language and yet you're not curious about the world. Does not go out of his way to help others. Likes a little excitement now and then. Tends to form only tenuous emotional bonds with others. Isn't particularly ambitious. Generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. Doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. Tries to do things correctly each time. Isn't given to flights of fancy. Somewhat quarrelsome. Bothered by this since he values friendship. Wait. He is somewhat quarrelsome, and yeah, he's bothered by it because he values friendship. He needs alcohol to get through the working day, as all dwarves must. Does not mind being outdoors, at least for a time. He doesn't really care about anything anymore. Oh God, I like how we were reading this whole thing and was like, yeah, you know, he has his ups and downs. He has his ups and downs, and then at the very end, it's like he just does not care about life anymore. He works a 15-hour day every single day, and he's just so tired of it. And he's just done. He's clocked out mentally, and he's just like, you know what? Just no, I just don't care anymore. I'm just gonna blah along. We're now quite knowledgeable about one-humped camel training. Very nice. Freaking mood, dude. Yeah, I know, right? Come on, you can do it. Go up those stairs. We're almost there. You did it! You made it to the right level. Congratulations. I like how we're just following this random dwarf child. I mean, and the ironic thing is, too, he's just literally still a kid, and he's already like, I give up. I give up on all things. How old are you again? You're only 13. Oh my god, he's only 13, and that's what he's like, he just doesn't care about anything anymore. Like, what the hell? What have you gone through that has made you not care about anything anymore? Some people grow up way too fast. True. God damn. I mean, he already has the beard for it. I mean, let me, where is he? Where the hell did you go? Look at that beard, that glorious dwarven beard and mustache there at 13 years old. Alright. Link the lever to the cage. And do it now, because I want this baby secured so we can begin the combat. And actually, do I have a burrow for this? New burrow. Symbol, let's go. What do I want for a symbol? Let's go with star. And make it red. Make it as red as I can make it red. Background, we'll make it also red. No, not red. Sure, why not? Let's go with green. Okay, this one is going to be... Or no. What do I want to say? No, let's go shooting range. Shooting range should be fine. Now I just gotta wait for them to actually do that. And then we hope and pray that this thing does not magically escape, even though it shouldn't be able to. Because everything in here is basically built, with the exception of once I don't know why this is a pillar. But whatever. As for you, my friend, you're going to have a unique schedule. Defend the shooting range. Done. Copy, paste, 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 paste. This is literally what you're going to be spending all of your time doing. Actually, you know what? It's fine. There we go, he's linking the building to the trigger. get that sucker built. I'll just directly order them to defend the shooting range. That's fine. So I would like them to actually show up now, please. Thank you very much. And we're linked. Alright, let's see what you got here. You have some dwarven ale, you have your weapon, and you have a bunch of gecko bone bolts. How about you? You have a quiver, but you don't have any ammo, you silly dwarf. This is the downside as well, as you can't actually designate specific ammunition, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, they did add the ASCII. I can literally go into settings and boom. Welcome to ASCII. That quick, that easy, just snap done. Welcome back to ASCII. Ah, yes, it's a sight for sore. Oh God, my eyes! My eyes! Essentially. Okay. Just waiting on all my marksmen to actually bloody show up. Here comes another one. Do you actually have your equipment? Yep, you got a bunch of bone bolts. Good, you're going to be using all of them here shortly. How about you? You also have a bunch of bone bolts. Fantastic. Right. Somebody pull the lever. Release the Colossus. Release the beast. Let's see. So we will now know what's the word? What should I do for this? I shall rename him Doomlever. For he is the one who will pull the lever that might lead to our doom. Fire! Haha! He can't escape! Excellent. Excellent. It works. Excellent. Excellent indeed. We now have a permanent shooting range target right here, ladies and gents. Welcome to the party. Nice. So my dwarves are going to spend all of their ammo just firing at this guy, becoming absolute legendary beasts. Anything tries to invade our fortress at that point, they are going to get slammed. Having to deal with these archers. Hey, perfect death, welcome mate. Pristine version, we used to be able to see how much ammo they could use. Exactly. Not even how much ammo they could use, but we could designate what would be combat ammo, what would be training ammo, you know, and stuff like that. But unfortunately, not so much now. And I kind of wish that, like, one thing I can say is, like, rather than having, like, training ammo and combat ammo just as is in its own little stock, well, the ammo is just stored in general in the stockpile, they grab a quiver, they go grab whatever type of ammo they're supposed to and fill it. I would like the ability to tell, you know, hey, like, maybe we can have a separate building where we tell them specifically, hey, fill 15 quivers with combat ammo and 30 quivers with training ammo so that they can literally quickly run over, drop their empty quiver, grab a full quiver, and then run back. That would be awesome. I would love that to be a thing. So what's your skill? You're a professional Marksdwarf. You're a competent Marksdwarf, though you're a little rusty. You're only a dabbling Marksdwarf, so who was that? So this guy is only a dabbling Marksdwarf. And well, you know what? I'm going to give that to you because, you know, I want you to start off as just a regular old dwarf learning marksmanship and get up to legendary skill. I want to see that happen. So, and actually the name matches well. There we go. May you rise to legendary skill. Yeah, something like that. Have it so that they can, like, for example, armor stand. Like, that's another, like, I feel like armor stands and weapon stands don't get used well enough for stuff. Like, for example, when it comes to a barracks, I would prefer, rather than just kind of designating a barracks and then having them, you know, just store what, like, they could potentially store whatever for their gear in the barracks. But I would rather make sure that a weapon rack and armor stand is specifically kind of assigned to a single dwarf. And if they go off duty and they take off all their armor and stuff, I literally want them to make sure they put it on their own rack so that I'm not getting any notifications later on down the road of, hey, I can't find my gear. Where did my gear go? It's like, it's literally on your rack, you know, where you left it. Something like that, you know. But yes, so our boys are now going to train constantly firing at this Colossus. As long as they're using bone bolts, we should get ridiculous skill levels from that. And let me go ahead and change this. I want 2,000 bone bolts. I never want to run out of bolts. Yeah, missing equipment error spams. Like, where did my equipment go? Could it be that I just dropped it in a field? You know, I got off duty and decided just to strip off all of my gear in the field, and then it got swept away by a Kia or fucking the waves or something, and now I can't find it anywhere? How could that have possibly happened? Like, you know, shit like that annoys me. It's like, no. Get back to your... If you're done doing the job you were sent to do, then go back to your barracks, strip off your gear, and put it on the goddamn rack where it belongs. You know? It always irritated me when they just did not do that. Now let's hope that they don't actually, like, start using iron bolts. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go into my stocks under ammunition, and I'm going to forbid any iron bolts that are currently existing in the fortress. Okay, there are not currently any iron bolts. Good. So the only thing that exists is wood bolts and bone bolts. Excellent. So there's pretty much no chance that this Colossus is ever going to die. Yeah, he's never going to die. He is going to be a constant... let's actually take a look at your description here while we're at it. A gigantic magic statue made of bronze and bent on mayhem. It is quick to heal, extremely quick to tire. No medical history. It's 295 years old. It didn't feel anything while in conflict. Didn't feel anything while being released from confinement. It didn't feel anything while in confinement. It's the enemy of everybody. It has, let's see, it has 4 notable kills. In the first year, so D1, it killed Irib Bust Trust, the dwarf. In year 9, it killed Nil Tool Chaos, the dwarf. In year 23, it killed Ustad Woodskalds, the dwarf. And in year 59, it killed Udam Ragclaw, the dwarf. It also has 29 other kills of 5 dwarves, 3 dwarves, 2 dwarves, 3 dogs, 1 donkey, 1 goose, 2 mules, a hen, a cat. So 2 cats, a billy goat, horse, a couple of horses, ducks, alpacas. So this thing has been running around killing a lot of different people. And now it gets to sit here. It has great kinetic sense, some patience and willpower. Has poor ability to manage or understand social relationships. It is very quick to anger, very greedy. It rarely looks on others with lust. Oh, God. I don't even want to think about that. What was your start year? It was the 80s. I think it was like 82 or 84 was my start year here. Does not go out of its way to help others, doesn't often feel envious of others, often feels discouraged, doesn't handle stress well, enjoys the company of others. And now, after all of those kills, all of those dwarven lives that it has slaughtered, it now gets to enjoy the rest of its existence, becoming target practice in my shooting range to raise up my dwarven skills. What are you at now? So you're already up to a dabbling marks. Well, you were already a dabbling marks dwarf, so it's getting there. He might actually have to hit it for it to count. That might be why. Could also be that he needs to be actually like. Let me actually tweak that there quickly. Not you. This. Oh, God damn it. Again, there needs to be a confirmation for this shit. Okay, now that he's moved forward, because the issue is, unless your dwarves, your marks dwarves, possess a certain level of skill, they need to be right next to the fortification in order to fire through. I think it might be competent. They need to be a competent marks dwarf before they can fire through 2 tiles away. So yes, now you'll actually start getting some skill there. So now if I take a look at you... Let's see if this goes up. He's trying his best. Yep, he's now already a novice Marksdorf. And novice archer. And some of these are up to adept. One guy I saw had called himself, there's the ancient horror killer. He's an accomplished Marksdorf as well. Adept Marksdorf. Competent, yep. So yeah, they're going to keep on firing on that guy, and eventually we'll have legendary Marksdwarves, so huzzah for that. Oh, of course I didn't. Derp, 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 derp. Actually, you know what? What if I do this? I thought so. Still have to patch all the rest of the holes here, but that's not going to be too bad. What time is it? It's not too bad yet. Because I actually do have to be gone somewhat earlier than normal today. But that's not quite yet. Okay. I am also planning on, because we are, what's the word? Something, something, something dark side. Something dark side. Because when this released, I definitely was planning to make this like the #1 focus of the channel for quite a while. But I'm thinking that sometime soon as well, I'm probably going to bring back some other interesting series, such as the Cataclysm and such there. There we go. You know what? No, let's go ahead and just floor in all of this there. No, it has to be right there. Whatever. I'll hold off on that one for now. Yeah, no, that one's still accurate. So no, this is where that needs to be. Okay. And then the main thing I'll have to do is work up on the upper floor. But it depends on what people want to see. Like, if this is the only thing people are interested in, I'll just keep going with this. Alright. We'll go one tile out so I can get that corner block done. Beautiful. And finally stretch all the way to the... Oh, nope. Missed a tile. Missed a tile. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, I imagine at this point, like, we literally just captured a Colossus. Even if we hadn't, I'm pretty confident we could have killed it because we had steel and other such things that we could have used. So I don't really see this fortress ever falling. Like, I'm fully expecting a dragon to show up here soon, but he still hasn't, so I'm kind of like, nope, I'm pretty sure that would have made a double layered wall, which I was not wanting to do. But we're very close to having this completed. Alright. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Unsuspend that. I'll have to individually floor in all of these various spots. And then get the outer rooms finished. And then after that, the main focus is essentially just completing the nobles' quarters and all of the temples. And that's it. At that point, we're pretty much good to go. In a lot of ways. Pardon me. Let's see. So that one's already established. So let's go ahead and get this one engraved. I can literally just put a floor, piece of floor right there. And that'll be enough for them to get across. And actually, let me go ahead and... There we go. So they can patch up that one right there. Good. Alright. Beautiful. Playing CDD a fair bit until the DF stream. Or DF Steam version, yeah, I see. I mean, it's funny, too, because I didn't realize that they released a new update for that until, like, yesterday. When I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, take a look and see what kind of stuff has been added recently to Cataclysm. And then I looked and I was like, oh, shit, there's been a whole new update. Okay. I was not paying any attention at all. And done. Oh yeah, so let's cancel that. Beautiful. Great. And done. Ish. Done-ish. Excellent. It gets a lot of updates, but yeah, no, it's like an actual major like release. So we went from version E to version F now. I mean, if I'm paying attention to more so of the experimentals, then yeah, 100% there's been like dozens of updates. Probably even today, I would say. Like, let me take a look here. A jet, apparently. Experimental builds. Change log. Let's see. December 23rd. So it looks like there was commits on the 23rd. There's 2 changes that were made. A bunch of the army stuff. So 2 major commits were made. So 3 commits in the last couple of days, which is not that bad, but still. 2.5k issues, apparently. Oh god, empty spaces on vehicles. Remembered vehicle positions persists after death if the world is kept. Fabrication workshop anvil and workshop upgrade requires 1 anvil twice. Plank recipe marks X are not displayed. Recipes makes X is not displayed. Church community epilogue and the cataclysm needs, and a lot of these are needs confirmation too, so a lot of these aren't even confirmed yet. Sonia can't talk about her past. Valhalla's kept. Stray palisade wall. Magicalism, maybe there could be a cleaning spell. So that's not even an issue, it's more of a suggestion. So there's issues, there's suggestions, there's bugs. So there's a lot of interesting different like releases or things on here for that. And let me actually pull back, bring my dashboard back up. So yeah, but other than that, one of the games I'm considering like hopping back on would be the X series, because they got the another new, like I haven't even played the newest expansion that came out, the pirate-based expansion at all. Haven't even touched it. Don't know if I will really touch it, but we'll see. But now we have potentially the Boron expansion coming out here, so I'm kind of like, I should probably get back at it at some point. I really should. Does that mean it's gonna happen? We'll see. We will see. Soul, apparently. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stretch this. I'll have to remove some of these for walls, but that's fine. At least we're getting the entirety of the wall built. Alright, how's the trading going here? So you went from having no skills to now you are an adequate Marks Dwarf already. Very nice. We got a great Marks Dwarf. He's still a professional. For some reason, they're not choosing to go get more ammunition, even though we have ammunition, which is kind of awkward. Oh, some of them are firing still. Every now and then they decide to open fire. But I could always just tell them to go away for a little bit, so I'm not going to keep them here forever. Stoneworker. Those were completed. Very nice. Elite Marks Dwarf. Bunch of bone bolts were made. Very nice. Let's see how this thing is doing. Struck him in the right lower leg. The attack glances away, glances away, glances away, glances away. So all of these attacks that are hitting him are literally glancing away. They're doing exactly 0 damage to it. Or he manages to jump away, or we just miss him entirely. But yeah, it's kind of funny how well this is working for that. Nothing like having your own personal shooting colossus. Satisfied improving archery and crossbow. Affection, remembering forming a bond with an animal training partner. Dejected, being unable to pray. Dejected, 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 dejected. Horrified, reliving being haunted by the dead. One guy is still practicing there. Stray dog. They're still firing away. These guys are all... I like how much they're packing this room in order to just train all the time. Wait, what? One second. Apparently I have to make a call on something. And nice. Looks like my carver went into a Fey mood. So fantastic. Alright, be right back. There we go. Alright, never mind. Resume. The thing I find interesting is that we haven't actually had many visitors show up here yet. Alright, well, you have yourself a good one there, Nuka Citrus. Indeed, let the lurk mode begin. Oh, great, guess I am being called. Alrighty, so I'm back. So something I'm noticing is that some people are really, really pissed off. Oh, and it's my Mark's dwarves. Okay, you know what? Yeah, no, let's let them relax. You guys are off duty now. Just go relax. Go relax for a while. You've shot the Colossus enough. Go chill. So they were getting really pissed off because they weren't able to go pray or anything, I guess. So it's about time for them to go relax. We'll have them come back here later. And what the hell? Why did somebody just drop this there? If someone would kindly move that, I would greatly appreciate it so that this door can shut and people won't get a glance at the Colossus. Claimed it. For some reason he hasn't done anything though. Oh no, he seems fine. He's still running around and grabbing stuff, I guess. Alright, let's see what he makes. What on earth are you going to make, my friend? Let's see. I like how we're basically drowning in pots now too. Like we were at the point before where we practically had no pots at all, and now we're just drowning in them. Which is good, because now I don't have to worry about that. But it's funny too, because I still have like well, one main area here that has not been like filled in with workshops yet. 3 steel bars. Well, let's go down here for a hot second. Okay. Let's make pig iron. That being the case, let's make like 3 pig iron then 1 steel. That way I'll always have enough pig iron. As for you, hematite, magnetite. Fortunately, apparently we don't have any lignite now. I'll have you work on the platinum as well then. So these actually did get built, so let's go ahead and get some. Do I even want to make that right now? I don't think I do. Make a couple of different things there. Yeah, 100% make plaster powder and repeat that a million times over. Because we really do need plaster powder. At that point, we've basically completed like all of the main important bits in a way. We have the crutches, we have the splints, we have the soap, we have the actual plaster at that point. So that will allow us to be very effective when it comes to healing our dwarves. Yep, tough and quick to heal. Almost never sick and tough. Wow. Absolutely inexhaustible, mighty, extremely agile, almost never sick and tough. Beautiful. And you should be in one of the squads. Apparently you're not. Well, I'll have to get you re-added at some point. Let me change that name to somebody then. Who else do I have that I can name this after? Let's see. You were on here earlier. There we go. That way I know which squad to give you to. Just replace this one right here even. There we go. So they can go train now because they've already been, spending their entire time pumping away. So now that they have mighty strength, they can make use of it. How are we doing up here? Water levels are good. Everything else is basically good at this point. Became a Mace Lord. Steel shields are complete. Very nice. Oh. There we go. Let me set your order to just ready. Or can I set it to... Yeah, let's go off duty. You guys are now off duty. Go relax. Enjoy life. Have fun. I'm not even going to bother asking that to be dumped because I know it's not going to bloody happen. That door is just going to stay open, unfortunately. But whatever. Okay. We can even remove this lever here if I really wanted to. But, I won't bother for now. He began his mysterious construction. Let's see what he makes. Come on, make something good. I fully automate my smelters via work orders. Yeah, I could probably do that, but honestly, I'm just being lazy as hell. I just kind of tell them, you just constantly make this, this, and this until you can't anymore. I could also add some work orders for that, but I'm just like, whatever. Although I suppose that would not be too difficult. Let me go ahead and... make pig iron bars... Well, I guess iron straight from that regardless, so it doesn't really matter. So... steel bars, there we go. Well, there's a way to do that. If the amount of iron bars is greater than the amount of pig iron bars is less than, let me go 100. The amount of iron bars is greater than, let's say 40. Whoops. Let's add another condition here. The amount of bars, material, steel is less than, let's see, We'll say 100. So this way, if the amount of iron that we have in the back, because in case we want to make something out of iron, is greater than 40 bars, then they will turn it into pig iron up to 100. However, if the amount of steel bars is also over 100, then they will just stop production entirely. So there we go. That basically fixes that. So I will set the pig iron bars to make 50. It's less than, I'm going to say, let's do 140. Same as the pig iron. Problem solved. I love being able to apply a lot of those different conditions, but you need to. What if you get more than 100 pig iron? Being less than 100 means over 100 no work, right? It's just like if any of those one conditions is no, then it will not produce pig iron. But if all of those conditions are saying go, then it will produce a 50 pig iron. He created a dog bone bin. She offers it to the Tomb of Gladness. Rush names the Bowel of Stasis. That's a very interesting bin. It is encrusted with baguette-cut citrines and decorated with mountain goat leather. It menaces with spikes of dog bone, llama wool, tin, and silver. On the item is an image of the King of Jailers, the magnetite mug, in chrysoprase. On the item is an image of Sazir Granite Knights, the dwarf and dwarves in goose leather. He is surrounded by the dwarves, relates to the ascension of the dwarf Sazir Granite Knights to the position of Baroness of the Letter of Flights in 18. Nice. So it should work properly. But let me go over that work order again just to be sure. So if the amount of iron bars available is greater than 40, then it will produce 50 pig iron bars. If the amount of pig iron bars is less than 100, then they will again produce 50. And if the amount of steel is again available is less than 100, then they will continue and produce 50. So once any of these is no longer true, they will stop production. I could also do something for refined coal, but the refined coal's only real existence or reason to exist now at this point is just to make those materials. So I'm not really caring that much. Actually, speaking of which, do I have anything for bins? I don't think so. Yeah, let's make some bins. Let's go ahead and make 50 wooden bins. Alright, you have yourself a good one. Night shift life? Yeah, I hear ya. I work really early in the morning, so I usually have to... Nice, the guild hall agreement with the defended guild has been satisfied. So yeah, I usually have to wake up in the AMs to go to work, which is always fun. But yes, have yourself a fantastic day. Sleep well. Go ahead and patch our walls here. I haven't actually removed this one yet. The rest of it's looking pretty good. I still have to wall in the rest here, but I'm just going to be like, meh, I'll leave that for another time. Because honestly, we're getting to about the end for today here anyway. We accomplished quite a bit. Why are you still upset? Ushreer. It is glass make. Oh no. See, it's that one. Let's also go ahead and activate the waterfall so we can help them, help some people not be pissed off all the time. So that'll at least relieve some of them again. That one's been triggered. The flood will begin shortly. The main stack pump has been activated. So the waterfall begins again. Got a lot of bodies around here, dear God. Blissful remembering dining in a good dining room. Lonely being away from family for too long. Oh well. You know what, let's go ahead and add one more display item here. We need a bin. We'll add in our new shiny bin. Display our dog bone bin. And that'll raise the value of this place up even more. So hopefully, Forgotten Beast Thole has come. A towering one-eyed maggot. Knobbly trunk and has a gaunt appearance. Dark pink exoskeleton is sleek and smooth. Beware its poisonous bite. Where is it? And yep, it's in the layer that we don't need to care about because we don't have an entrance to there. Looks like they've getting some siltstone here as well as a lot of gypsum, but all I really care about is the siltstone, so yeah. Actually, where was that? Here we go. Link to the bridge there, please. Became a spear dwarf, good for him. Yeah, this should lead off the map. Yep, right here it leads off map. Hamster remains, apparently. Again, equipment is mismatch. Grr. I always hate equipment mismatches. freaking infant. Always letting their children run away, I swear. Honestly, that's the reason, like, half of our tomb is filled. Is that's basically all children, because they decided to go outside and play with the camels, and that didn't work out too well for them, unfortunately, but thus is life. Speaking of camels, apparently one of my camels decided to break out of its mental state and start slaughtering everybody. "100 rock doors" is completed. Very nice, thank you. Alright, they broke through here, so let's go ahead and have all of the trees chopped down. Oops. All of the trees in here chopped down, all of them. I want all of that wood. Okay, let me go ahead and go plant gathering. Likewise, I want all those plants gathered. Chop down all the trees up here. I actually want to remove all of these. I want them to have to go around here. Build. Cage traps. Alright, once they dig this up, I'll put a cage trap there. And then this whole thing's basically nice and secure. Now, the other thing I want to do is, let's go ahead and build... Oops, actually I had it there for a second. Build a trade depot here. If we can find a space to build it. Yes, with whatever resources are close enough. I don't really care what it's made out of. Just get her built. Alright, beautiful. And we'll see whether or not some kind of cave civilization comes by to trade. I hope they do. I really hope they do. Build furniture, not furniture, doors. Door, use closest material. Oh. Cavern dwellers. Send them back to the darkness. Tavern keeper was like, "I must withdraw." Have two of our main squads kind of go down here and get ready. We'll also have you guys go ahead and get back to the shooting range. And it is winter, I believe. Now saving. Please wait. As it finally begins to crash. There we go. Defend the shooting range. Oh, it's spring, actually. I didn't even notice we went through winter. Excellent. I could also set up a shooting range here too, if anything decides it wants to attack. Oh, what am I... Looks like one of my dwarves might have died there for a second. Steel shield. Okay. Fruit misses the amphibian spearman, attacks him and jumps away. I've improved my fighting, that was satisfying. Amphibian spearman stabbed the recruit in the upper right leg, tearing the muscle. Force twist the hip, he fell over. Recruit attacked. Got stabbed in the left eyelid with the bronze spear, tearing apart the skin. Force twist the head, tearing apart the skin. Got stabbed in the lower arm, tearing at the muscle. Lower arm again, got glanced away that time, so... They were doing okay, but they were also kind of getting their asses kicked a little bit. Now, anytime one of these people show up... Oh god! And of course it was a dwarven child. Wow, there's a lot of these people here. Well, if they dare to show up, they're going to be slaughtered by my people here. Here they come. There we go. I love it when they just come one at a time and just get decimated. Okay. Now my guy's the ones charging down there one at a time. "19 targets. Go get them, boys." Kill. Oof. The recruit has been found dead, unfortunately. So we lost the recruit. He's entered a martial trance. Interesting. Bashes the amphibian woman spearman in the right foot with the iron mace. Injured part explodes. Let's see here. Strikes him in the upper body, bruising the muscle, bruising the heart. Mace Dwarf scratched him in the head, tearing the muscle. Got knocked unconscious. The force twists the neck apart. Tendons in the upper spine are bruised. Got bashed in the upper body. Bruising the muscle. In the head with the iron mace, bruising the muscle, shattering the skull. Oof. Hits him in the upper body with the mace, jamming the left false rib through the liver. Ouch. Lodged it firmly in the wound. Pulled it out. Oh boy. I've improved my mace. That was not satisfying. Bashes him in the tongue with the iron mace, and the injured part is crushed. Oh boy. Well, good job, everybody. Now let's go ahead and claim all of the items that they've dropped. Beautiful. Good job, everybody. I see. They're shooting here. Let's see. Elite Marksdwarf, what is your skill at? You're a Grandmaster Marksdwarf now. Alright, where's our other guy? Here he is. What is your skill now? You're a competent Marksdwarf. Sweet. So you're getting there. Ever so slowly you're getting there. Which is nice. But anyway. Where? Oh god, there's more. I guess we still have to station a squad down here to deal with this. Why is the tavern keeper down here? And we thought it was over. Oh, that dwarf died. I'm pretty sure he killed the thing that killed him, but still. I know he did. I don't see any more of them. Hopefully there are no more of them, but whatever, that's good enough as is. Good enough as is. We'll leave them down there for now to kind of just patrol. Leak down here, but not too much. It's up here looking pretty decent, so we should be fine. And then other people are getting healed up right now, which is good. I really should build some more traction benches to put up there, but for now that's good enough. How are we doing up here? Silent stomach. Alright, so we still have to get these different sections kind of built up, but for the most part, this floor is essentially kind of done. Pretty sure you would have made it out of that anyway, but yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'll patch in the rest of these myself later, but for now, that'll be good enough. Oh, my stretch. Alright. So yeah. I think, honestly, I'm going to call things there for now, because we've done pretty good. We managed to capture a Colossus, turn it into our kind of target dummy. Managed to fight off the amphibian invasion and get the majority of our bedrooms at least established. We still have to get them all roofed in, but that'll be the next main focus for next time, is going to be to get at least the floors and walls of all these different kind of like what are they called? Temples and guild halls established, so that we can then you know, get the rest of these floored in and properly, like beds, and get all the furniture in basically, and move on from there. I could also just say to hell with it and just floor in everything and then just use whatever we have left for the walls, but we'll see what happens. Regardless though, thank you very much everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time with some more Dwarf Fortress shenanigans. Till then, have a great one everybody.